Welcome to UNAM Chicago's Café Expresso, a space for bilateral conversations with people from all walks of life. Tune in to Spanish Public Radio and follow us on social media. And now your host, Alberto Foncerrada.
Last Sunday, more than 8,000 of us started on a mighty walk from Selma, Alabama. They told us we wouldn't get here. There were those who said that we would get here only over their dead bodies. Well, yes, talk. Yes. All the world today knows that we are here and we are standing before the forces of power in the state of Alabama saying we ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Today I want to tell the city of Selma.
Tell them, Doctor.
Today I want to say to the state of Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Like an idea whose time has come.
Yes, sir.
Not even the marching of mighty armies can halt us.
Yes, sir.
We are moving to the land of freedom.
Yes, sir.
I know you're asking today, how long will it take? Somebody's asking, how long will prejudice blind the visions of men? I come to say to you this afternoon, however difficult the moment,
Yes, sir.
however frustrating the hour, it will not be long, because truth crushed earth will rise again.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
Yes, sir.
Because no lie can live forever.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
How long?
Because you shall reap what you sow.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
How long?
Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne.
Yes, sir.
Yet that scaffold sways the future.
Yes.
Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. How long? Not long.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Café Expresso. My name is Alberto Foncerrada, and I am your host. Café Expresso is a program of UNAM Chicago in alliance with Spanish Public Radio. You can find us in UNAM Chicago's YouTube channel and social media platforms, as well as a podcast in Spotify. Today marks a special occasion as we observe Martin Luther King Jr. Day and reflect on the work that still needs to be done, not just for racial equality, but for civil rights altogether. This day is much more than just a day off. It's a day to take some time to reflect and take some action. My guest this morning is Congressman Jesús Chuy García, a beloved figure here in Chicago and a champion for civil rights. He's also a familiar face to UNAM Chicago, as he was the first recipient of the prestigious Alfonso García Robles Award in 2017 for his defense of the most vulnerable, our migrants. Welcome, Chuy.
Good morning. Delighted to join you, Alberto, on MLK Day, reflecting on our history, our past, the struggles, and the victories that have brought equality to so many people, and of course, thinking about the future, and certainly the future of democracy, the future of our ability to have the sacred right to vote, to elect people who look like us, especially in that segment of the population, the immigrant and Latino and Asian segments of the population that are growing all over the country.
Oh yeah, well said, well said. Chuy, let's be blunt. Today, democracy in the US is in constant danger and under a constant threat, as we haven't seen in our lifetimes. As an avid follower of your social media, I ran into one of your tweets that pretty much summed up where we are and your call for action. 1, abolish the filibuster. 2, protect the right to vote. And 3, save our democracy. You think you can expand a little bit on that?
Absolutely. And first, I want to robustly say, yes, I strongly believe in all these points, and they're all connected. To defend democracy, we must protect and expand it. I came to this country in 1965, the year that the Voting Rights Act was passed. People like the late John Lewis, who I had the great honor to serve with in Congress here, was one of those protagonists, one of those heroes, as was, of course, Dr. Martin Luther King. And it's really important that as the government today responds to all of these crises in our midst that we're facing, whether it's COVID, increasing inequality, climate change, et cetera, it's especially important for everyone's voice to be heard at this time. But Donald Trump and his allies, of course, are seeking to prevent this from happening. So Republicans are instead implementing measures to prevent people from their voice and their vote being heard. For example, Republican-led state legislatures across the country are using discriminatory voter ID laws to make it more difficult to vote, along with using hyper-partisan gerrymandering to limit voting rights. In 2021 alone, 19 states passed those types of legislative measures restricting the right to vote. Therefore, bills like the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, Advancement Act, are urgently necessary to protect and expand the right to vote. We also must eliminate racist procedures like the filibuster, which will prevent the will of voters from being enacted. The filibuster, an arcane Senate procedure, is preventing Congress from upholding its most basic constitutional responsibilities. It's time to choose between the filibuster or democracy, and I know which side I'm on.
Well, you said it well, my friend, and hopefully, I know that's a long fight. We still have a long ways to go. I know that you're a pretty busy agenda, and I really appreciate these minutes that you have given me. Hopefully we can see you in Chicago and we can engage again with UNAM Chicago and do something along those lines, or along, I don't know, immigrant issues or whatever, but we'd love to have you here.
I look forward to joining you, and hopefully very soon in person. It's been a long dry spell. The pandemic has kept us apart physically, but I really want to do that. I also just want to underscore how important these moments are that we are living, these historical challenges that we're facing. Majority rule is a fundamental principle in any democracy, and there are reasons for that too. And that is, Americans want to make these changes because in terms of supporting the right to vote and to protect that vote, according to a poll taken last year, 70% of Americans want to reform to eliminate the filibuster. It is not representative of democracy. It ensures a monopoly and control by a minority in the US Senate. That's been the case for a long time. The filibuster was developed to prevent consideration of civil rights legislation. That is the terrible history behind it. Allowing a minority of senators to filibuster contributes more to gridlock than compromise. So I urge Senate Majority Leader Schumer to continue as he has announced that if the Republicans continue to obstruct voting rights legislation, that the Senate will debate and consider changes to Senate rules on or before January 17th. Today is that day, of course, and these changes are essential for the well-being of our democracy.
There you have it. That's a call for action. Chuy, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. We hope to see you in Chicago soon. And thank you for agreeing to do this.
Thank you. It's great to finally chat with you. And again, I look forward to doing it in person very, very soon. Muy pronto y hasta pronto. Have a great day, everyone, and happy MLK Day to everyone as well.
And my name is Alberto Foncerrada. I am your host of Café Expresso. This has been another edition of UNAM Chicago's Café Expresso, a program of UNAM Chicago in alliance with Spanish Public Radio. Until next time.